Okay, welcome. This is take 3 now. Hopefully I can get this out to you. Okay, so this video is a as quick as possible explanation on how the law of attraction works and how it's always on, you can't turn it off, and how you can take control of it. So first off, let's start with electricity in general. We all know that electricity flows from ground to positive, and same as the electricity in the power lines, as it flows through the lines, it creates a magnetic field that emanates from the lines in a 90-degree perpendicular direction. Okay, so our bodies are the same way. All right, so we stand on the ground, okay, and through our legs, there's our nervous system. That's like the electrical system within your house. So your body is your house, okay? This is your nervous system. The energy travels up, goes through. Your heart transmutes that energy and makes it a positive energy, which goes up through your brain, which is your computer. And your computer is what it powers your computer, and then from there on your thoughts and telling your body what to do and all that stuff. But as you think, you put it out into the atmosphere, and that connects the flow. Okay, so energy flows, right? And as energy flows, it creates a magnetic field in the 90-degree perpendicular direction that the energy is flowing. So that means you're creating a magnetic field around your body by having that electrical connection through, and your thoughts are what push it out through the top of your head. Okay, if your body was a battery, for instance, there's your negative end of the battery, and your head is the positive end of the battery. Okay, and your brain is the computer, and your heart is the like a generator. It turns the energy you're pulling in, it turns it into a positive energy that is usable by your functional body and your brain, which is your computer. Okay, it's all like one little unit. You're very incredible, actually. You Everyone is. I don't care how bad you think about yourself, you're really a divine person. You're very, very important. Okay, now this is just electricity. This is how electricity flows and what it creates as it flows. So how do we get involved in this? Well, let me show you. When you wake up, your heart is beating still. It beat it all night long, and so it has a frequency that it puts out. So when you wake up with a neutral frequency emanating from your body, okay? Naturally, just because your heart's beating. All right? So already you have a natural vibe going on. So when you wake up, that's why you're like kind of groggy. You don't really know what to think about, but you start thinking. So you start pulling the energy through. Soon as you put your feet on the floor, okay, can make the connection. Even if it's not great connection, it's still a connection. And your hands on your legs and so on, because that helps ground. Your body will automatically use all of that ways to pull in the energy. And as you wake up and your brain turns on and you start putting thoughts together, a little groggy at first, but they will be neutral thoughts like, oh, I'm awake now. Oh, okay. Oh, the sun's up. I wonder what time it is. Like nothing really, they're just thoughts. It just gets the flow going. All right. But these thoughts are going out into the ether and creating little empty building blocks that equal that vibration. Okay? And, you know, there you go. I'm giving you a visual of what that building block of that emotion looks like. Now, your heart chakra pumps out a vibration around 200, 300, 2 to 400 hertz, but usually around 200 is when you wake up. Somewhere in that range is neutrality. Okay? Now, your thoughts are what got the flow going once you got up out of bed. Okay? So, what thoughts do you think of first? I mean, obviously neutral thoughts, and that makes that flow, triggers that magnetic field and brightens it up, makes it a little stronger, and the more emotion you have into it, makes it stronger. Okay? So, when you wake up, what's thought? Like, let's say, for instance, when I wake up, I like to first put gratitude. Gratitude is one of the top, it's from your crown chakra, and it's one of the top frequencies, 700 to 1000 hertz, in that range. So you got gratitude, appreciation, enlightenment. Okay. Also third eye chakra, it's purple. I don't have a purple one, but you get the point. So I'll try, thank you, Lord, for another day. Boom. There's a little bit higher vibe being shot out. And by shooting out that little higher vibe, thank you for another day to do everything I can to make everyone's world better, and all these thoughts you're putting out. By doing that, you're turning on that magnetic field as well. Okay? See it? So by putting out the thought, you're putting the empty building blocks of that frequency out into the ethers, as well. At the same time, that flow of that thought is triggering the magnetic field of that thought outwards. Okay? So you can't turn it off. The flow is happening. As long as your heart's beating and you're alive, then that flow is happening and the magnetic fields are happening. The only control you have is what magnetic fields do you decide to turn on? And you choose that by the thoughts that you put out. Do you see how that happens now? So if you are putting out, say, fear, jealousy, grief, those are all 70 to 130 hertz. They're low hertz. But if you do those thoughts, you're putting that frequency building blocks out into the ethers, first off, and you're triggering those magnetic fields to come on. Okay? You see that? So if you put a lot of emotion into those thoughts, it makes those fields stronger, because emotion is energy in motion. And you attract back to you the thoughts that you put out there are now building blocks, and if you attract it enough, you'll bring them right back to you, along with other ones with it that somebody else put out or whatever. It brings it back to your experience. Okay? So, I mean, we can't control it. We all have these different thoughts. We stub our toe and, open YouTube and watch a fear-mongering video or whatever. It doesn't matter. We have both thoughts. We might watch YouTube and get hope. So we're like, things are getting better. It will get better. I know. These are all hope thoughts. Same. It puts hope building blocks throughout the universe. All right? Now, that's out in the ethers. There is no lack. Every time a thought comes out of your head, you're adding to the field of possibilities. All right? So there is no lack. There is no, so-and-so has this, so now there's not enough for me. That's baloney, because if you can think it, you can create it. And that's how you create it. Okay? Now, have you ever thought of something and then never moved forward on it? Like you had this great idea and you thought all about it, you put it all out into the ethers, but then you never put emotion behind it, you never actually moved forward on it. So your magnetic field didn't bring it back to you. Nothing ever happened of it. And then, like, I don't know, a year later or whatever, you read in the paper, oh, this great invention, da da da, and you're like, what? I thought of that. What? That has happened to me lots of times. I'm sure you have had that experience as well. And this is why, because you put it out there. You did not trigger your magnetic field long enough with emotions to make it magnetic enough to bring it back. So it just stayed out there. And somebody else who had those magnetic fields going, they attracted those thoughts that you put out and therefore got your idea. Okay? That's how quick, that's how easy it is. We are telepathic. For instance, AI is artificial intelligence. Well, we are what I call OI, original intelligence. Okay, we have the capability to do it too. We've just never been taught. All right. Have cell phones, for instance. Let me see what minutes I'm at here. 10 minutes. Okay. So cell phones, for instance, just for an example. Look at this picture. You can see our nervous system goes right down our hands, and it's all, you see the color difference? It's yellow. That's because it's the ground coming in, okay? And the rest is the power and makes the positive. But if you have your cell phone in your hand, or any device, your radio, anything, if you ever seen your computer, your laptop, look at the sticker on any device. It will, if it even says what hertz or frequency it operates on, if it even says it at all, it will say, I think if you're in the UK, it'll say 50 hertz. And I think if you're in Canada or in the US, it'll say 60 hertz. Okay? Now that you see this, you see where that is. Death, shame, guilt, depression. So if you got too much screen time going on, or if the phone is literally in your hand or on your body, in your pocket, see major big wires there. If it's in your pocket or in your hand or up against your head or any of that for long periods of time, those frequencies will trigger this chakra, which is what magnetizes all the root stuff. You come from death, you return to death. Shame, guilt, depression, they're all low frequency, low vibration feelings and stuff. And if you're feeling depressed and so on a lot, maybe you're just getting too much screen time, hanging on to that device, have it in your pocket all the time maybe. Okay? It triggers these emotions because it's the same frequency. All right? You're watching TV. What's TV stand for? Tell-a-vision. It's telling you to visualize whatever it is you're watching. Telling a vision. Why is it telling a vision? Because if you vision what they're telling you, you're thinking about it and putting it out into the ethers as blank building blocks that can become anything in that frequency. All right? So the tell-a-vision is telling you what to think so that you create. And if it triggers emotions, which a lot of television triggers emotions, that's how they get your attention. That's how they got you hooked on series and stuff like that. Okay? When it triggers emotions, that's your magnetic field. So it is it is hijacking your ability to create by telling you what to visualize. So you put it out there, it creates the blank building blocks that can be used to build anything in that frequency. And they know how to harvest all that because they know the law of attraction too. It can be used good or bad. That's why they don't tell us about it, because they want to use it. And they want us to create for them what they want. So they tell us to visualize what they want so that we create it, and they get our emotions going so that we give it magnetic energy even more and bring it towards us wherever we are in the earth. That's why all this crap is going on everywhere, because they're triggering us everywhere, and we are attracting it to us ourselves. So we can stand up. That's why it's called stand up and take your ground. You can stand up, take your shoes off, take your plastic hats off, get that energy flowing, get the magnetic fields on, and then you trigger what you want to be magnetized from you, to bring to you. And if we all do this, share this video. If this makes sense to you, and now you understand how this invisible field that we can't see, that they never told us about because they don't want us to know about this because they're using it right now. If everybody can wrap their brain around how simple this is and how easy it is once you understand how to work this body part. It is a body part. Don't mistake that. It is inside your body, is the framework, the infrastructure for this is inside your body. It is your body part, and you have every right to disconnect from their hijacking ability, turn on your own thoughts, and start magnifying your own experiences that you want. It really is that simple. And if we share this around and everybody takes control of that body part they don't even know they have and start using it one by one, we will literally obliterate all this horrible crap that's going on in the world right now. If we're only doing this, only that will be available in the ethers for our children to pick up. If our children know they have this body part and start using it right away, can you imagine what our children will create? They are so close to source energy. They are so pure in their thoughts that, our children are our future. We can't let them hijack our children. Our children put out into the ethers so much love and gratitude and peace and joy, and that's all they know when they're born, because they're pure energy. So we need to get this around. If this resonates with you, if you understand the law of attraction now and realize how you do create your own reality, then please share this video and let everyone know. The sooner everybody takes control of that body part and starts creating their own life, the sooner we take back control of our world and create the heaven on earth that we're all waiting to happen. It's not going to fall on our lap. We have to create it. Stand up, take control of your own brain, and start creating your own world. God bless you all. I love you, and I can't wait to see what we make of this world. Thank you.